just over the other side of those trees there is a beautiful wetland. So everything that comes from here, all the water runs off into that wetland. So if it's taking pollution and nutrients and weeds and all sorts of rubbish with it, it ends up in the wetland and causes all sorts of problems downstream. So what we try and do is slow that water down. Okay, we want to slow it down and we want to get it into the ground as much as possible and clean it before it leaves the site. So in this case, we've got the roof, and any water that falls on that roof goes down into the gutter, and this is the beginning of our rain garden system. This filters out some of the big material. I think I know what this thing is. It's called a first flush device. So when the first X number of litres of rainwater that comes off is probably the stuff that's got all the bird poo and the dirt and the dust and the rubbish in it, and it comes down here and it goes down into this pipe, and there's a plastic ball inside here, and as it fills up, the ball floats and eventually it gets to the top here. But the first, what would that be, about 20 litres, 25 litres of dirty water is in here and it gets captured. And then once the ball's up here, then the water goes across there and into our 2 rainwater tanks. So reasonably full, so they're connected, so when it rains these both fill up. What we've done here is when these are full, they overflow at the back and they flow into this, what's called a stormwater planter, and this is just filled with soil and it's open to the ground. So the water comes in here and most of it just dissipates straight into the ground. Okay, so we're getting it into the ground where we want it rather than flowing across the surface. When it really rains, this actually fills up. Okay, it can't infiltrate quicker than it fills up, and it overflows over this little overflow section and down into what we call a rill. And the rill is just a way of moving water from one place to another place. So this is taro and mint. Mint goes absolutely burko in this garden. It really loves these wet conditions. And this one there, I know what this one is. You've got to have a smell.
What is it, sorry?
It's Vietnamese mint. Okay, so that stormwater planter fills up, some of it soaks straight into the ground, it overflows into our rill, and then it flows into our pond. And we've got native club rush, and we've got this is Chinese water chestnuts, those two, and that's Lebanese cress. I think that one, Lebanese cress. And they love, this is actually a pond, so it's sealed. The water flows in, it fills up, okay, and holds moisture in there. And then when that's full, it sort of, all the bacteria and the microorganisms that live on the gravel take nutrients out of the water and they clean it. So the water flows down here, it flows into our swale, and I think it infiltrates before it even gets to the bridge because it's so sandy here. The water just sucks straight through it. But theoretically, it should flow all the way around the food forest and water all our plants. The idea and the thing that we want to get across to people is that you can have these swales and these different channels and different elements moving through the garden that make the most of the water. Instead of just getting rid of it, use it. Make it into a pond. Use it to grow food. This kind of design gives it's a backbone to the whole garden. Is the water system.